get started, we're just gonna use the first shade of the Naked palette, just as an all-over base around our eye. It can also help keep your shadow on longer if you just use a nice color just to wash everything out. I did want to use this look for something else. I wanted to do it for Christmas, but I got sick, so I decided that Valentine's would be the perfect day to use it. We're next going to use this third shade from the same palette, and this is going to go in the outer corners, and we're going to work that in just a little bit. And that just creates a nice soft definition. Next, we're going to move on to our crease. We're going to use, if I can find it, a nice fluffy brush. There it is. We're going to use a fluffy brush just so it's nice and diffused, and we're going to use that shade from the palette to darken up the crease just a little bit. And I like to use windshield motions. That works for me. You're just going to darken up your crease as much as you like. Now, the inspiration for this look was from a picture I saw on Pinterest. I fell in love with it and thought I should recreate it, and I will show you what it looks like later on. But that is where I figured out this kind of look, and it's just a brown smoky eye. We're going to use the dark brown shade from the Smashbox Double Exposure palette, and just to darken up the crease even more. I think this time we're going to use a smaller blending brush. I just had to check the picture. The smaller blending brush so that we get a little bit more defined crease. So it's still going to be diffused, just not as diffused as the lighter brown shade. And you're just going to work that into your crease, building up as much color as you like. Next, we're going to use, once you got enough color, we're going to use a black gel liner just to add a little bit of definition close to the lashes. You don't want a crazy winged liner, just a little bit. Now, I've never really used this brush before, so for me it was a little difficult. I don't even know if I'm holding it correctly. If you know better, leave a comment below, but this is how I used it. So we're just going to focus on making the lower lash line, or the lash line, look a little thicker. So it's nothing crazy. We're just going to line the lashes, and if you ever mess up, you can go over it with a little pencil brush and black shadow. So don't worry about being perfect. Using that same dark brown shade from the Smashbox palette, we're going to line the lower lash line just a little bit. You don't want it to be too intense, and once you put it on, we're just going to blend that out with a small blending brush. Next, mascara. I'm using L'Oreal and then Better Than Sex from Too Faced. I like to use the L'Oreal first just to define my lashes, make them nice and long, and then Better Than Sex to make them full and luscious. Always do your top and bottom lashes for a nice full look, especially when you have a lot of eyeshadow on. It just balances everything out. And then we're going to fill in our brows. We always have one brow that is not as perfect as the other. Mine is my left one. So we're just going to fill in and shape them how you like it. Just filling them in a little bit with a pencil, and then brush them on out to make them nice and natural looking. Moving on to foundation, I'm mixing the Tarte. I believe it's the 15-hour foundation in the Giorgio Armani. My skin is a little in between the two colors, so I thought I'd mix them together. I do like the consistency that the two make. The Tarte is a little moussey, while obviously the Armani is very liquidy, so together it creates a really nice consistency. It's not too thick and it's not too thin. And we're just going to blend that in with a stippling brush. Next, we're going to move on to concealer. I'm mixing together the NARS Creamy Concealers. I have it in custard and in vanilla. Of course, I dropped I think my computer was going out, so I fixed it. So we're just going to put that in a V motion under our eyes, not only to highlight, but to cover up those dark circles. To blend everything out, we're just going to use our ring finger, just tap it all in, make sure it's nice and smooth and not flaky, because that can happen. And we're just going to use our Laura Mercier, the setting powder, just to set it all in. A little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot. I've been using this brush to set it in, and it's been working for me. It's dense, but not too dense, but it just covers everything in. After that, we're going to powder our face. I like to use this one from Tarte. I just think it smooths everything out and makes it all nice looking. Next, we're going to do our lower lashes. I am loving this small brush from It Cosmetics. Didn't think I would, and I am obsessed with it, so make sure you line all your lashes there. To finish up the face, we're going to do just a little bit of contouring, not too much. This is from the Anastasia contour kit. We're just going to define the cheeks just a little bit, but make it act more as like a bronzer than anything. We're going to bronze up the face too, and again just a little bit so that we add warmth, nothing too crazy. And then to finish the cheeks, I wanted something soft, so we're going to use that color from the BH Cosmetics. Just to bring some color to our cheeks, but still keep it in that kind of brown, earthy tone. Now I always have to highlight. I had to check to see if she had any. She doesn't, but I did want to bring a little bit of highlight to the face, so I just added a bit of the Anastasia in So Hollywood and just brushed it out a bit. Now for the lips, I found this on sale at Publix. It was amazing, and it's the most beautiful burgundy shade. And it was only like, I think, $2 for this color. I will list the color below, but it is the exact shade that she was using. If you want to line your lips, you can. For me, I just never do. It's not something that I like to, but it might help you keep the color on your lips. For me, I just like to rub it on in there and just smooth it out with my fingers. So once you do that, this look is finished. There is nothing more that you need to add, and I will show you next the picture and me trying to model it, although not very good at it. It looks like I'm just making a phone call, but you know, I did try, and there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great, happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you guys soon.